Number 10, Madidi National Park. Madidi is a national park in the upper Amazon River basin in Bolivia. Established in 1995, it has an area of 18,958 square kilometers, and, along with the nearby protected, though not necessarily contiguous, areas Manurupe Heath, Apalabamba, and, across the border in Peru, the Manu Biosphere Reserve, Madidi is part of one of the largest protected areas in the world. Ranging from the glacier-covered peaks of the high Andes Mountains to the tropical rainforests of the Tuichi River, Madidi and its neighbors are recognized as one of the planet's most biologically diverse regions. In particular, Madidi protects parts of the Bolivian Yungas and Bolivian montane dry forest ecoregions. Access to the Madidi National Park is from San Buenaventura, reached by crossing the Beni River by passenger ferry from Rurrenabaque. The local people who have migrated here from the Andean highlands speak the Quechua language. The park is home to indigenous groups including the Takanan-speaking Takana and Sayagia, the closely related Tsimane and Mostan, and the voluntarily isolated Toramona. Some ecologies are found in and around the Madidi National Park. The oldest and best known is Xilalan Ecologian Xilalan on the Tuichi River, a successful community-based enterprise that generates significant economic benefits to indigenous communities. The forest is one of the largest protected areas of the world because it houses highly dangerous animals, birds, and plants and bags a place in the list of most dangerous places to visit on Earth. Number 9, North Sentinel Island. North Sentinel Island is one of the Andaman Islands, an archipelago in the Bay of Bengal which also includes South Sentinel Island. It is home to the Sentinelese, an indigenous people in voluntary isolation who have rejected, often violently, any contact with the outside world. They are among the last tribal people to remain virtually untouched by modern civilization. The Andaman and Nicobar Islands Protection of Aboriginal Tribes Act of 1956 prohibits travel to the island and any approach closer than 5 nautical miles, 9.26 kilometers, in order to prevent the resident tribespeople from contracting diseases to which they have no immunity. The area is patrolled by the Indian Navy. Nominally, the island belongs to the South Andaman Administrative District, part of the Indian Union Territory of Andaman and Nicobar Islands. In practice, Indian authorities recognize the islanders' desire to be left alone and restrict their role to remote monitoring. They do not prosecute them for killing people. The island is in effect a sovereign area under Indian protection. In 2018, the Government of India excluded 29 islands, including North Sentinel, from the Restricted Area Permit (RAP) regime, until December 31, 2022, in a major effort to boost tourism. In November 2018, however, the government's Home Ministry stated that the relaxation of the prohibition was intended only to allow researchers and anthropologists, with pre-approved clearance, to visit the Sentinel Islands. The Sentinelese have repeatedly attacked approaching vessels. This resulted in the deaths of 2 fishermen in 2006 and a U.S. missionary, John Allen Chow, in 2018. Another reason why people are asked not to visit the place because of the safety of the tribal community. They have absolutely no immunity and tourists can carry some disease-causing germs and may spread it to the whole community. Number 8, the Darvaza Gas Crater. The Darvaza Gas Crater, Turkmen, Garajimulkimi, also known as the Door to Hell or Gates of Hell, is a natural gas field that collapsed into a cavern located in Derwas, Turkmenistan. Geologists intentionally set it on fire to prevent the spread of methane gas, and it is thought to have been burning continuously since 1971. The gas crater has a total area of 5,350 square meters. Its diameter is 69 meters, 226 feet, and its depth is 30 meters, 98 feet. The Turkmen government hopes that the crater will become a popular tourist attraction. The surrounding area is also popular for wild desert camping. It is among the top 10 dangerous places in the world. Number 7, the Danakil Desert. One of the most uninhabited environments in the world is the Danakil Desert in East Africa. With temperatures that regularly exceed 50 degrees Celsius, 122 degrees Fahrenheit, volcanoes, and geysers that spew toxic gas, the Danakil Desert is not an easily accessible location for travel enthusiasts. Your physical health can take a massive hit even if you stay there for a short period of time. The most adverse effects occur due to the presence of a high concentration of poisoning vapors of sulfur in the region. This region is a volcanically active area, and on top of that, to increase the risk, the air temperature in the desert rarely falls below 50 degrees Celsius. thereby making the Danakil Desert one of the most dangerous areas in the world. Number 6. Skeleton Coast. Skeleton Coast is spread across the south of Angola to the north of Namibia. It stretches from the Kunene River, south, to the Swakop River. The Skeleton Coast ranks in the list of the deadliest places on Earth because it's a harsh climate, and it offers almost zero chance of survival. The weather, hot winds, and lack of food and water makes it difficult for travelers to explore this silent place. Apart from harsh climatic conditions, the area is filled with bones of numerous animals, bones of whales, elephants, turtles, seals, etc., giving a sour appearance to the place. Apart from natural conditions, human threats, gang violence and robbery make it unfit for tourists to explore the place. Undoubtedly, it is among the most dangerous places on Earth. Number 5. Death Valley. Death Valley is a desert valley on the California and Nevada border with extreme heat. It is known as one of the hottest places across the world. There are only a few deserts in the Middle East and Africa, approaching peak temperatures during the summer which can give competition to the Death Valley. The hottest place on Earth had its hottest month record in July 2018. The average temperature, including overnight lows, was 108.1 degrees Fahrenheit. For 4 days in a row, the daily highs hit a temperature of 127 degrees Fahrenheit. It's the highest recorded temperature. A band of settlers lost here in the winters around 1849 to 1850 gave Death Valley its forbidden name. While only one person died here, as far as we know, they all thought this valley would be their cemetery. They were saved by 2 of their young men who had learned to be scouts, William Lewis Manley and John Rogers. As the men climbed over the Panamint Mountains from the valley, one of the men turned and looked back, saying, "Goodbye, Death Valley," earning its place in the top dangerous places in the world. Number 4. Oymyakon Village. Oymyakon is a small village located in the Oymyakonsky district in Russia. This place is considered to be one of the most dangerous places because of its extreme climatic condition. The severe temperature makes it impossible for life to sustain in this region. The temperature drops to as low as -40 degrees Celsius, -90 degrees Fahrenheit, making it impossible for tourists or travelers to visit the place safely as not many can survive this temperature. Apart from the heat, people do not visit this place as no vegetables are available and nothing can be grown, so the lack of food is another major issue. Only about 500 people have managed to settle down in this place and survive the bitter cold. Number 3. Lake Natron. Let's not allow the ring of salt marshes along the edge of Lake Natron fool us. This lake is better known as one of the most inhospitable areas on Earth. North Tanzania's Lake Natron looks and acts a lot like a lake of fire. The lake's high levels of natron, sodium carbonate decahydrate, make its waters corrosive to human skin and eyes, sometimes reaching a pH level of over 12. The lake also contains red-colored bacteria, resulting in its unique pink-red hues. Even if most species cannot handle the 120-degree lake water, cyanobacteria have made natron their home and turned the lake its trademark reds and oranges. Surprisingly, 2.5 million lesser flamingos call Lake Natron their home, considering that it is one of their only breeding grounds, further making the protection of the lake a priority for the climate. It is among the 10 most dangerous places in the world. Number 2. Snake Island. There is an island about 25 miles off Brazil's coast where no local would ever dare to walk. There are rumors that the last fisherman who strayed too close to his shores was found drifting in his boat days later, lifeless in a blood pool. The mysterious island is known as Ilha de Queimada Grande, and setting foot there is reportedly so dangerous that the Brazilian government has made it illegal for anyone to visit. The island's threat comes in the form of the golden lancehead snakes, a pit viper species and one of the world's deadliest serpents. Number 1. Death Road. North Youngas Road is known as the Death Road for all the right reasons that you can guess. Driving up or down this 43-mile, 69-kilometer, switchback is extremely dangerous because of fog, landslides, waterfalls, and cliffs falling 2,000 feet, 610 meters, in each turn. Until 1994, almost 300 drivers were killed every year, justifying its nickname and putting it in the list of the most dangerous places to visit in the world. The road extends far enough to connect the Amazon rainforest to the capital city, surrounded by mountainous terrain. This means that merchants were not unusual to cram into trucks and buses trying to sell their wood and crops in the area. The hairpin turns, however, were not wide enough for each vehicle, further leading many trucks to go down with people and their livelihoods. For more interesting stories, subscribe our channel and like the video.